see how the genetics of skin color, together with the influence of the environment, can lead to the evolution of skin color in humans. In your reading of the article Skin Deep by Jablonski and Chaplin, or your viewing of Nina Jablonski's TED Talk, you learned about the natural selection of skin color based on the latitude of a person's recent ancestors. Evolution occurs when some organisms have more offspring than others. If the skin color of an individual is a good fit for the environment, in this case the amount of sunlight, then the individual will have more offspring. But what is a good fit? We know that overexposure to UV rays can result in skin cancer. But most skin cancers develop after humans are beyond their childbearing years. So how can sun exposure affect reproductive success? That is, under what circumstances is high UV exposure a good fit, and under what circumstances is low UV exposure a good fit? We need UV rays to make vitamin D, which is necessary for fetal skeleton development. Up until recently, humans have lived in latitudes where their skin color was optimum for vitamin D production. On the top map, we see that people living near the equator receive sufficient sunlight to synthesize vitamin D all year round. In the second band, on either side of the equator, people lack sufficient sunlight for at least 1 month out of the year. Those who live nearer to the poles lack sufficient sunlight to make vitamin D most of the year. The bottom map shows the expected skin colors that would be found in these areas based on the amount of UV radiation there. As we humans have migrated across the globe, our fitness with regard to UV radiation has changed, as many humans live in a different latitude compared to their ancestors. But there is a downside to exposure to too much UV radiation, besides the threat of skin cancer, as you learned from Nina Jablonski. UV radiation can break down folic acid, which is necessary for high fertility and the formation of the neural tube in a fetus. Insufficient folic acid during pregnancy may result in spina bifida, among other spinal cord malformations. Dark skin protects the body from the breakdown of folic acid, but permits the synthesis of vitamin D. In a low UV environment, light skin facilitates the production of vitamin D, but folic acid is not destroyed. Let's summarize what we have learned about human skin color. The inheritance of human skin color does not follow simple Mendelian inheritance, but is determined by multiple genes, and each gene has a dominant and a recessive form. The skin color of the people who have lived in a particular UV environment for many years display skin color adaptations that are a balance between making enough vitamin D and protecting the folic acid in their bodies in order to be reproductively successful. As we study evolution, we will consider the effects of the environment on the inheritance of traits such as skin color.